Hello and welcome to this episode. We are still continuing on the practical sessions on introduction to Numpy, and we're going to continue from where we left off. So we're talking about array construction routines, which are basically functions that helps you to create common arrays, matrices, or vectors easily in Numpy. So something like np.zeros, np.ones, np.I for creating identity matrices, np.empty for creating an empty matrix. And in this video, I'm going to show you some other array construction routines that are available to you. Okay, so if I do np.arange, okay, before then let me show you what the range, the normal range statement does in Python. So if I do a list of range starting from, let's say, 0 to 5, what happens is Python is going to give me a list containing the numbers 0 up to 1 less than 5. So this is the start, this is the end, but then the end is half open. So what happens is it will start from 0 and it will get to 1 less than 5. And so it's going to give me a list of these numbers. I can also control the step in which my numbers are going to progress. So if I do 2, then what's going to happen is it's going to give me 0, and then instead of 1 it goes to 2, instead of 3 it goes to 4. So that the steps that it has to use to increment itself. Okay, and we have something similar in Numpy. So I can say np.arange is an array out of a range. Okay, if I say np.arange, let's say 6, let's see what happens. So just as its counterparts in vanilla Python does, the NumPy arange also gives you an array that is initialized with the values in the range of 0 up to 1 less than the value that you specified. And you can even take more control by specifying the start and the end index. Okay, so I can say np.arange, let's say I want to start from 1 to 10. So if I do this, you can see that instead of starting from 0, it started from 1 all the way to 9, because like I said, the end value is half open, so it is not going to go all the way to 10, but it's going to go 1 less than 10. One further control we can exercise over this is to even go ahead and specify the step size. So I can say np.arange, let's say I want values from 1 to 20, but in steps of 2. So what's going to happen is I have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, excluding 20, because it is always 1 less than the end value that you specify there. So this is basically one way. Unfortunately, you can't use the arange to directly create a matrix, but once I show you how to resize and reshape your arrays, you will know how to leverage reshaping and resizing to convert a vector into an array. But until then, remember, you can use the arange to create an array that has a range of values basically. So the last array construction routine that I want to show you about is called linspace. So what linspace does is it helps you to specify a range and then the number of values that you want to generate within that range, and NumPy is going to take care of the rest for you. Let me show you an example. So I say np.linspace and I specify 0 to 1, and then I put 5 here. What it means is I want 5 equally spaced numbers between the range of 0 and 1. So let's see what happens here. So you can see that I start from 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and then 1.0. So it increases in succession of 0.25 because I said I want 5 numbers in the range of 0 to 1. I can also say np.linspace, and then I will specify, let's say, between 0 and 1, I want 100 numbers, and this is possible. So what's going to happen is NumPy is going to take care of the rest. You specify your range, and then you indicate how many numbers you want in that range, and NumPy is going to generate a sequence of numbers that are equally spaced between the range that you specified. This is basically useful when you are generating something like sine waves or cos waves, or anytime you need equally spaced values between a certain range. Always remember that you have the np.linspace function at your disposal to help you do exactly that. So these are the array construction routines, the very common ones that are useful to you that I have shown you about. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.